Me mami bi o UK. A friend of Serenity McCarthy. Na me posti flyer on my status now. But say, wow, I like Ivan. It's a message from Serenity McCarthy from Brighton.
Oh, okay. Yes. I think we've got into a time. There be a case. But baby abedri. I think in the emergency boom. As I heard the graphic in Crimea, yes, 39 NDC protester cage.
Yeah.
These are young guys. A binum political party.
Yes.
A binum political party.
Yes.
And protesting on moye and NDC organize the protest. A Ghana for Mabuna Tansi who said be a galamsey issue no do. We need to come together and tell government in the face say enough is enough. Galamsey the adverse effect enim NDC ni and the enim MPP ni. The very personal President Akufo-Addo our man for license so omonko forest to do mining and we and your conjecture a fact because LI 2664 no map the president to exercise the sole discretion of a man for crime say concession way I forest reserve kwanako room na kutu agudia forest reserve are Rollins pencil Kwame Nkrumah pencil Kufuor pencil Mahama pencil Mills pencil Adaho and they could have allow people to go into this virgin forest to mine, but who say for biodiversity and wildlife conservation and other stuff until we need to preserve these areas for the future. Akufo-Addo buy no anya amanfo ne wura makoyo ono na afa krata no otro wudia
wa be mrato so
waye mrato so yes 2022 na mra no buy and American LI 2462 no our man for quine say omunko muram no munkotu and babia Ghana bedro yegyina nim say galamsey de ekono say amam for abaifo na etu galamsey eye nipa na etu galamsey president nim ho wa man for license and nipa license na sesanses no okwa the whole Ghana has a kura etoso me no afso eye kumase the mayor of the Ashanti region ekura the company for state release in ababonte no all seeking to mine in the forest Sampan yes and your friend said Cameroon to make a kahon and several other MPP parliamentary candidate for a friend said Joabin South Oba Parliament. He is involved or connected to about 16 companies or more anya access to go and mine in a forest reserve. And the adena yakosoro and yes will be baby to abai mum penifo anetu and these young people are coming to the street. Ahunyansa catch raban say ade we baby ekwese yanso ano yenyina yedache is on the line because when we are sorry radio so what is kidney failure that was this research that somebody did. Most of the amount for hospital munya sa conditions in amount for migrating from mining areas because of the poisonous chemicals they use to mine in these areas and so galamsey no to be but okono nsu a kidney no liver no yemini manyina say and no hospital amount for a feel the impact president aware now when you wadwen say wo anything about it na say amabu no mo kroma sorry say you be fa ho and omumum and I saw almost say you don't eco prison and Dampare na policy for aswa emrante 39 and you prison custody and they've been police custody and they've been denied a bail and do be sounds on minor Nipa ready to win a show Monsano. Are they really fighting to protect the interest of we the ordinary Ghanaian? And as a Sikana Nipa no Benyano and the end there. And on our very important, so we are Ghana near the biggest protest a bit me a year Tia Akufo-Addo. And they say about on air Wakotuno, Wakotuo, a tuna say, Kokotua Bama Baumia, Akufo-Addo or what the Quanchain. So that these people can be held responsible and accountable for the various crimes of my committee against the people of this country. Because you have to be creating a certain system where people will come to power, use state resources, state power, and whatever that they can lay hands on. Now you're making life comfortable for themselves, still for their family and their relatives, and in the end, they leave Ghanaians impoverished. And then now we get out there and try to protect them. That era is gone. average Ghanaian be anim nyansa ene ene nti na ene obi anhye obi achi a amanfo timitegu abonten koye demonstration protest Akufo-Addo cannot use these people to say or the papa ne shame yet kroma ye po bi say Dampare kwachi no de ne kokota ye nipa na ofa $58 million edukotu amana a cantonment a ene adan swimming pool abante na okobu kwan ma amanfo ko wura mu no onu mom na ye se ya chi no de ne kokot ba nipa na otam $58 million edukotu sa amana no onenam hafa ne ho adi asofo na omogbo kaso kakese ehye no kutu pase onfa Ghana for 58 million enkotu sa amana no omonenam ho eto de eden a animguase baaye no we fa krata so resign we fa krata so resign na resign na wo resign no 58 million no na aka. These are questions that we should be asking, you understand? So I think they're going forward, Ghanaians, we need to hold people responsible and accountable. Sabaya in the future, no, obin to for Ghana for adwin media grana ye the 2 million mawa odi baba ye the ope because 2 million the whole essence ne say braba to nema sabaya ni pastor ni panhye be ko yie. Saa de ne say wo ye, but we there it's clear say Akufo-Addo ba so obeye ne ho yie and then the family members and so he galam say list upon list e ba bontia. Omomutu akasefo no mo ni nyina ye party people onimomo ebirima ewom or the licenses na momo na say we president we nyina duru say Akufo-Addo team so president di na me primary school watie ma ene ababeduru people thought say certain wisdom will come to bear to the table because on the experience never not knowing say his era will be marked as the most incompetent president in the history of this country. Akufo-Addo era is a disaster and I think it will be our chance 2016 now who the cause na all kasenka change be na change the be papa no obi ani who say be na dwene mu da ho ene onu ne ho because 2016 baby na mahama de Ghana e no senka ye to aso a maybe nka nya ne senka ejina hai papa na ba abeteki over 20 steps backward and Ghana for esu but the econo he doesn't care afekwa na yegu so ayechichi amanfo di omukum nipa na yachi obono so ko ha ebinyem opemfo wom obi ha otwam na yachi no there is this woman, it's a reporter say or asthmatic there are other people almost say ebi kwa hepatitis B patient they need care. These are people you know makogum yemmo mu bail body be no moye because yes aban to galam say aban man nkro for kwan say omuntu galam say but aban say on siase say yes ade nti yedina mu bail. There is no basis for this. Or mine na a lawless republic or be a to me be can just do anything out there. Remember at this point protest abonteno abina demonstrated clear now 7 years why protest went here 4 months we protest obeti the biggest protest ever find say young koto abana yentuno now you making sure say they will answer for every single crime our committee against the people of this country. That is the only way out. And yes sir on before muhodi because Bawumia omo perono he's just their puppet. Akufo-Addo is just a big fraud theory. Bawumia scholar out of that college. So when the puppet no the neighbor Okoto Abamana is the same thing. Akufo-Addo will never be held accountable. But all her crimes are kenoforiata atama maisi kadia ko to swimming pool ewa cry ne ukobiema amanfo hwe kra ukoda prison. No afa no hodi asofo meka ho ene ada contractor ekeka ho ada Ghana kusibuati ya boni din. It got to a point that joker was on na Ghana for loan. I said, what you do here? Or also, the Nisika air bo or Mobosia, our body project. So look at this. And Sanema when you're training to go, and the problems now is you're visiting your can be and you can't or credit to be able to know because of hypocrisy. And the sad aspect is a man for Mokanwa. Where is it civil society? Where are him for? Where are software? Issues. Remember, boy, because you see, your NDC problem, your MPP problem. Because I remember when Mahama was president, you were software, you saw more puppet. Insulting him, they were insulting the president too. I remember there was this software, or Mahama Koje get Mutu about Kruma.
Yes.
He told him that he should exercise compassion in tandem with common sense. Asofo ni nyina at that time no obi a hold grudge against obi because ye nyina oman ne nyina ye de obi a ho akwanya but then the akoso no airtime the akoso no is 1,000 times worse than what was happening under your friend saying Mahama time. So the question is, Argentina, everybody is quiet. Cathedral semi okosi sasika akwa into $58 million way. Fasasika you know for northern region. Fako B, Fako Western region. Now, be some the kind of lives a bit changing. There are a lot of people Ghana for ya selling your home into modern day slavery. Ghana for Egypt visa ko your friend saying Egypt. Yako Egypt. Ghana for visa across Middle East to sell themselves into modern day slavery, all because of desperation, hopelessness. There is nothing for them. Ghana from Rantia Winim Omuko Libya. Desert no fa so abedu Libya na nya de ketwa owia wase akotena balu aye hui bi so atena so atwa Mediterranean Sea to sell themselves to slavery in modern day way, all because opportunities na abundant when the chrome no few misguided greedy people because of politics are taking over, and these are software. They are the conscience of the society. Ahemfo mukura tumia ya traditional bond no mu hold no ombetimi asora fie monia kachere President Nisabi ensemunu no di ko ensemunu we na Akufo-Addo demonstrate in 2016 ka Ghana ndintu abama no say yesoro no say yefere no say den yo e na yanyina ye gya no e na waye no ho kenkon like a messiah with that God concept. Na dwen say he's better than obi na obi otumika so better than kroma de e de bembiem e na wanya kwanya na oye de ope me free say obi ayeti ye na yama no kwan e na odi sansem hunu no. Ghana for coming together, the power of the people no is superior, more powerful than those we have elected. You understand? It is a Ghana for coming together in one accord, irrespective of how you stand across the political divide. You divide, say indeed, you better go against the government and force the government to do the right thing. Rollins can be or say there is no single perfect president anywhere. Even kofa Jesus Christ any president. That's a people na more man sorry to be on that particular person. The next day you wake up, he will be a monster. So we are the sentinels of our democracy, destined to protect its foundation. And say it doesn't matter who is there. Say when you dene set say you be jinamo minor. I'm not sure say any single person or group of people can just come and take advantage of this country and say yeah to Obama and they met me. I think some penny for now fairly young people in this country, because when I look around that I'm penny for a bit to do near to winning, but you are so much disappointed. And I'm saying some Ghana Medical Association. And your friend saying Professor Jamponi in crew for other associations. And you see you are buying individuals now who says idea buying any classes. Because yes, I galam say a ban say na ban with me term concession Iowa forest at the man for anti civil society organizations about 6 at their buying court. More catch court and they say unnullify LI 2462 now make no because inconsistent with the provisions of the Forest Act and the 1992 Constitution. Sam Krofo Motin Chen activists in the Hunyansa AC were buying by buying now. Also protected the ultimate interest of the people of this country. The science and on for licenses. Since I make say nipa 35 in the companies 35 and the letter got to Akufo-Addo and him shame the power to go into the forest and mine. So this person echo into a crisis meeting. Now of them have a catcher say me the soldier for echo grounds. I could protect Galamsey side. Don't you think that person is a joker? Because it's the same person who is giving the concession to people to go and mine. No, but catch say, oh yeah, we are. Because Galamsey, no, it's not as if there is no solution. No, I'm against this practice of giving concession to individuals. Watch it. See, I say, so what stop government from forming about 200 state-owned companies? I have a training amount for engineers and miners. NASA individuals in the company. Na yede my concession be more, and each of them will employ about 2,000 young people. With that particular thing, you are able to monitor because these are state-owned companies fronted by individuals with requisite expertise. Yede mining. So at any point in time, so when we say Adibia Koronga, you know what company to call and who to sanction at that point in time. Individuals know more concession. You just push them into this company so that they will be regulated by this company. End of the day, gold no benyano. You can even build a refinery, a common pooler, whatever they get, you put it there. End of the day, you will get money to pay all the young people working under these companies, over 2,000. Don't you think that youth unemployment in a Sobate? Because if you are working in the gold or mining industry, people will make money.
But we live in a country whereby all government agencies are underperforming.
Yeah.
Meno kasai senye yenine bre
yeah.
Emma labor unions folding crofobin dom hujimwa. And 5 of our hotels.
Yes.
I sent there.
Yes.
This weekend, Saturday night, Amina.
Okay.
Amina, they are no more tone. It was so no
Yes.
It was so no. So don't you think that it's about time? As I said, so my answer so
yeah.
For sudden ebio, I hate the reportage I am na Daily Guide deba.
Okay.
Ya politicize bibi. I don't think ama or mine on can call iron.
Okay.
Ofa people here do anymore. Some protesters here come as me are young Ghanaians.
Yes.
None of them are share party attire.
Yes.
And the same reports already by Daily Guide in 43 NDC protesters grabbed.
Yes.
When Radia.
Oh, okay.
Date in the cry. Let me. I mean, had Enra 24th, right? Tuesday, 24th,
yes.
And then Wednesday, where 25th,
25th,
and then the other by I don't know. 39 NDC protesters caged. Look at this nonsense from Daily Guide.
My question is, say Obi NDC ni or Togoni. I know free Japan. Onya Ghana ni. So this will be a Ghana NDC ni no a protest. I didn't stop any panel. If Asamo can legitimate.
Yeah. So the protest, all is against the saying illegal mining.
Yes.
Illegal mining. No. Your government.
Yes.
Are buying the head of that government now, captain of the captain. No?
Yes.
That's what they want. What in the presidency?
So.
Which I know say no boy
yes.
Because money tape will have.
Yes.
Me pass asem we dey. Ba omi ana echi o matumo ye kasa sese no na do wo UN. Na se president from my man odini position edi man is second in command.
Say police for record about me police council ono dano.
That is indecency.
So whatever the police
yeah. Eye ba omi
But maybe Kakusi said,
yeah.
One, ya say sika.
Yes.
Abai put you up a committee.
Yes.
Ana professor from Paul Boatindano.
Yes.
Yehu tape.
Yes.
Ana tape ni mono.
Yes.
A setting a kwausi.
Yes.
E katre and say party here sika. He made mention of event say John Buedu and mentioned some names.
People, yeah.
Yes. And all of a sudden, you know, as a BBNC.
Yes.
And wow, you know. No,
you guys got free.
What
yeah, simple explanation. Simple explanation. We have an irresponsible person as a leader. Because if you are responsible in a house, I mentioned what's an efficacy da.
Yes.
Oko efficacy your friends and nipa gumbe bra papa na responsible, mama na responsible. Do you know what happens? Ebeduru oko fie ho edro nwumra, mama no na aduane. Papa no na aduane, akora ni fra bonten ba na obe no na aduane, we ba na obe no na aduane. Fie ho obi an hyemra mo obia because obia ye na bo mo obia de ne ho. That is the government you see. Akufo-Addo has demonstrated clearly say he's an irresponsible leader. And it's a president Nankasa has shown irresponsibility. How dare do you expect state institutions to be responsible? Because you see, leadership is everything.
Yeah.
The rest, your friends say effect. Yeah. For them. So, state-owned enterprises, these things are not performing. It is because the person, the president, the leader, who is supposed to exert a certain influence, certain authority, and certain power over these institutions and these individuals, no, on this sacred responsibility imposed on him by the Constitution. So, I know that all aspects will take inspiration from him. For instance, issues of corruption. We live in a country where the president himself has been figured in issues of corruption. So how dare you go tell DC sitting in a village, say, oh, you're corrupt, when the president himself is so corrupt to the extent, say, he can't purge himself. It is not possible. Again, what can about state-owned enterprises? Yeah. Look at the presidency itself. How filthy it is. Nipa yasiso moko kuguo. Ya budget sika se na the Jubilee House. Jubilee House yenye factory ho, and yenye portrait ho. So sika na kwa den. So another day, if budget allocation to the Jubilee House no to me, as change other way critical sectors, then other people will mess up because yatikroma state-owned enterprise here can was me Bank of Ghana in a single year, I reported have over 60 billion loss. President Akufo-Addo no dey omo. Honorable TI, NDC parliamentarians. These are honorable people in parliament. Yes. Stage the demonstration. The guy had the gut to tell them, say, he insulted every one of them. You understand? So if you can cause such a loss, na nipa na omu demonstrating, you have the power to insult them. You are still at post. That impunity will grow and several other areas of it. Yet here one of the banker, Egu, National Investment Bank, unim say Egu, okwa dining the siwa keke. ye pelida mana koda no obi o parliamentary candidate a obekọ moving from village to village aye campaign no and Akufo-Addo afa no say onye in charge of that particular bank. So you see there is the signature of failure and irresponsibility around the president, you know, is so staggering and so monumental. So ono ankasa fail, and you cannot look at any of state institution and expect them to perform better, because me say leadership is everything, the rest is effect. And again, Galanze said na ye council no. Say Akufo-Addo ye very responsible, say indeed of it here. Enka Professor Frimpong Boateng am enough arsenals to go after every single person. But be seen that what is all ye Frimpong Boateng na free the evidence by no and now heaven. When was the last time what is able to do on radio? So because the guy has been demonized, he has been insulted, he has been bastardized. Today he's gone. Obia kwan kai ni biem because of idea or standing for so omwa and yam fight ye fence galamsey on the report come President Akufo-Addo. He sat on the report for almost 2 good years until say ono ankasa leaking out my buy. So the president has demonstrated clearly say when it comes to galamsey any other way only interested o me say Akufo-Addo the presidency no. He came to satisfy his childhood fantasies of wanting to be president without responsibility. Unfortunately for him, he was able to sell that lie to Ghanaians in 2016. Ghanaians bought that lie, and today we are living the lie. The lie has consequences, and it's the reason why we are going through all this. And I think, sir, it's a moment for us, and I'm happy Akufo-Addo became president. Because president, he would have been the best president Ghana never had. And the Ghana will always make reference to him, say, oh, Papa Winko Baya or Baya. And then here, he is here. Look at the track record. Look at the signature. Akufo-Addo is the most terrible, reckless president we've ever had in our history. And I'll be shocked going forward if we will ever have any reckless president of his magnitude ever, because it won't happen. We will never, because Ghanaian youth today are very, very alert, and they are watching. So whoever come, no, the opposition, it doesn't matter. So we are in this, we are PP, we are Mahama, we are Kufuor, we are Hwang. I'm telling you, Oba president want to tell me, that is the fact. You see, because 2 million the amount, do the right thing. Make sure say we better create job opportunity incentive for people to make. Yeah, the 2 million now say you feed your cronies, you feed your friends, prioritize personal interest over the larger interest of Ghanaians. Because I don't need a traditional radio station to go and talk. And also social media. Wow, I done for Kevin Taylor. Yeah. Edra do and nipa da about 10. Unkwana nipa bet 5,000, 10,000. Age with you. And then because people want to be educated, people want information. That is the era. And information more consuming, you're consuming fan kwadao. When you get information, a Bennett, a so certain light within you, you will ask for answers. And if you don't get it, that is why the accountability comes in.
All right.
So I see that there is a way out.
Okay. Ivan Che innocent. Honorable say Onya innocent. And Ote say what in the aba Menoka say a democracy hub. A group be one more demonstrating on the streets of Accra. Ghana Police Service at Chiwom. I'm reporting to 39 of them at the police custody. It been cry so yare. Anka lawyers at Shokrataria come seeking for medical attention. But unfortunately, Ghana Police Service and say on that permit. No, and on come any the fight against Galam say protest yakako protesters just one more akoka dream. Honorable, yan so infion me we are then yaba 1 week after NDC mo ye chere na electoral commission nya de say one more actual team pu e de ato paper so e de assign them say one more competition. Yan hwe ye nuane mo a omo ho akoka dream mo a omo boa amagana nsu emu atie ne yenya nsu papa anomoyi mamitio
yo boy chimi dawase democracy what have
yes
o masem de mobo because for assembly say adentina omoye demonstration and a demonstration yensho yanti enuntina omoye demonstration na yensho ya ye kan wasen revo fini ne ekeka woni nyina no in the Ghana for 80 adentina aban entumi ensori enchina ni naiso astopu galamsey indemiko media house bi ena media house no mpanyifo say omo ankasa to me set up system a particular enclave they stop people from mining there. And I said, wow, if an organization not government organization. It to me stop in conform with galamsey ewo enclave. Then what is the government of the day doing? Upon taking 1.1 trillion as revenue, what are they doing? Omun country Ghana for. And as ejuma omudin wo hontin. Inde ye man mu ewa omu se akoda no ne nsa ne ho. Naso eni ho. Inti MPP for nanado any police for sansema democracy hub for edi ye demonstration mususu mu tibia na mo tibi ewo maimu na eyobra papa na aban no ti akonya so na yebo Ghana for wenti na yesre mu mahu se nanado si free SHS se ma bie free SHS kwa amanfo akọ school awie amanfo akọ school wie ye no nanado aban entumi aye de embie djuma mom inti omantumi ambie djuma mom no what must happen? This youth must go into galamsey. That is why you find them abrofa ya chrom no omudi kwa atechem ateche a adroa ebe ham body no ewom because look at MPP4. For say MPP4 are very incompetent. Obi be fi say ye politics. She say free SHS nanado numa didi unsa for 8 years no. Oma nye framework bia anto ho. There is no law guiding the free SHS. Inti omu yen waransa bia. Now this type of behavior is what affecting the environment. For galamsey nti say ye cocoa from 966,000 metric tons no above from to 430 metric tons 1,000 metric tons minia se ebasa aban no kwa manoni se kopabusi a onya afi we kra ya pam yen ena edu ana ye friend the cocoa board chief no
yeah
edu ebe dada yen otumi hwe yenum twantro because atro enya de edi ma MPP for say they ya brenya manonisi kantino o ya nkasa ye ba be pay sika wo Ghana o ba be pay sika no wo hi e wo banks amwa close anade inti mesra mu emrante ni maba wa omu ye demonstration no munjaya mu ko baby because we have given all the powers to the president of this country to stop any aggressor or anybody who undertakes an exercise that affect the environment or anything in this Ghana. But what are they doing? Sikana ko ejuma no yenyo. Bwachi yanto drones wo mai mu say the confati galamsey.
Yanto drones 3 million.
Yanto pickups say the confati galamsey. No ni na wo hi.
The app we by their friend Galam.
Yes,
Galam Stop app.
Yes,
they were telling us that one more offices now they will be able to monitor if
go to our mining communities. Ye two galamsey wo in the community itself. Ye two galamsey wo. So what are we talking about here? What are we talking? If everybody cannot go for the demonstration, some people must go. In the MPP for Muntinu ye, and the Makacho say, Nipa yacho matum no, baumia na macho matum, because nanado ye kasano ni Ghana, or United Nations, or come in Shemu inti baumia oninam se muntu abamano no, onu na kachira Dampare mu no marching crofonatum, because the order rests with baumia as we are speaking. Inti se baumia do Ghana for you should tell who Dampare said they should leave those people because no more enye but the problem still exists. What are your strategies? What are the plans? Ediana muye edia stop galamsey. But adenti na ko hospital or emergency ward because at this particular point ye to me say insu to me SSR ko ra impuma. It is a state, an emergency. I don't know catch road. You call me the whole fashion. Yes. See, I know. Sansua kesi ni na. Ube galamsey so. That is it. Who say we the color of water? I say colorless, but sometimes. Yes.
I am brown.
And you see their vice presidential candidate. Yes,
exactly.
Their vice presidential candidate, Esa Kacheren Crawford, said, Omuba, Ombe Jamuno Maye Galamse. Now, Bisa, whether he's also looking at the turbidity rate of the Ghana water or water bodies, Ghana. And then you also see the Western, is it Kobe, Western Regional Minister?
Yes.
Is that not it? They should continue. Now, how do you leave country?
I'm going to call a meeting because the police for the soldier for bar.
Yes.
Not motivating us.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say, Oba, etie for Bisram. Ne also babe ni say. Or say ne kosu ni say. Officer Emma license no ewa kra. Inti MPP for ayo mu list no. Me say asema mi kai. Se MPP for se mi bua. Omu release licenses omu mani nyina na ye investigating nipa omu techre. Mina me say omu ye MPP for. On se sampan diabom. Ena wo konso wontumi ni dizu wom. Nipa omu ye galamse ni nyina omu ye MPP for. Because se NDC ni na ye sade a me see MPP4 will set that person as a scapegoat. Say, me person me Ghana for say muna moye. They've given the what? The licenses. What is the number? About from Thomas ni when we in that time no. The number of people on my mom will license for into the concession is 60. Na do bema 1,503. So how do you expect the water to be clean?
Small scale licenses.
Yes. 1,503. Every community everywhere.
That's everywhere.
Every community everywhere. My license go and mine.
Now even to say ubenya de I say adwen say all your forest reserves.
Yes.
Yes, we the
yes. Yes.
Na omampadi wa hwe akwa member parliament. E de aba say Yemura kwa yemkonko to go. Ni ewia be catch na say what a 5-member committee.
At a point, I even Ghana water to not process water.
Now they are only 40%.
Look at
raw water. 40%.
Look at this. Inti for yes Ramu. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say, Ukaya time wa kunyasunu. Uko KNUST wa bie gold lab. Se embrantia beshan se na ye money gold. In a responsible way, senior assassin ananshunu ense. Oba betuasu. But now the powers will be given to the chiefs. One said during the colonial times, because abrofuni ye nananumu ahimfunu oma kunsa antinu ye set the governance structure no ye jitu mini nyina free ahimfo nchen. And I yesu blindly no ye follow sa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say oba or the 2 minute bin or the bema ahimfo, so that when those laws are made, no answer no be the excavator beba area of jurisdiction, you should be able to know and you should partake. Na niesesa ujiti sa ohene no usuanya bi, and then the licensing offices no ombewo district ni municipal sa baby a gold no ewo we be ma say we are going to monitor ourselves in our own environment yeti senior insonu ensei, and then the youth who are there today from free SHS omunye jumayenu Mahama say oba bebuamu, so that we reclaim the land, replant the forest with economic trees. Ebe to me abua, because Imranje say you can say oh stop the galamsey no, we can't stop like that because the youth there must eat. Is that not it? So in a strategic way no, what are these
University of Ghana at the Abase Omo academic year for 2024-2025 season no. Football season, we academic season no. Omo a postpone ni nyina gina striker. Ekoso ewo school no emu honom ti. University of Ghana postpones 2024-2025 academic year. It will reporter eba. Iti na je se ne etie so eno no ti. Ene mo UCC there. Okay, UCC for the omo ya no motisa. It's not just and also so I don't know. Now, you share a year electoral commission and NDC Amanyuko no. It's been 9 days. but of NDC for letter to a mommy. NDC among you could electoral commission now so say a brana a year voter exhibition exercise every baswell. Less than 24 hours. Our day a year provisional register and the Maomono. One more costi study and no some discrepancies be. Na omo electoral commissioner drain agent so. Woman nam so a year 17th of this month and then a 25th. Woman say ABC ne omo 1 week ultimatum say after 1 week no. Electoral commission near mo demand bako ne say forensic audit into the register mienu the IT systems of East so and so much mission on Boho by. So man to me anya after 1 week party be 2 for 9 days ni NDC amanyu kono let away and run on Troy. Omo the kwa electoral commission say omo ye follow up what a petitioner omo the buy e be ne commission kran chro ti fancy no say mo present petition the amaye na yasom eti no beti yanka bibisa NCA eti yehwe say aso the conduct of the electoral commission yenyai enche MPP NDC politics mu ana and as we the Ghanaians yenso so stakeholders no yenso so emfa ho anyim Iman
yeah
mamintio
yeah I think it's very sad say for the first time I go into an election the stakes are very high because I will have agitation on the street. The level of economic malaise Ghana finding himself in. Or mine, you declare bankrupt too. So, but for the past 3 months, in the who's all betting radio, so yeah, economic analysis and economic discussion, and the focus on galamsey and elections. Yes. So people tend to forget to say Ghana is bankrupt. Yeah, defaulting on external payment. I say to bilateral and your friends external creditors. Dollar seed no heavy rate and yard ketwa. A month for Munumagu, Okabuso Kanya, Omana. Sabi omutime kra niema deba se se dodo na agyae emrante ne maiwa enya adwuma nye galamse na ene Akufo-Addo ati ne baby se gutan wa ene omosa ye nsuo ne yensase because of gold. So this is the state we find ourselves in. This is a country we are peeved about the situation. You can't just get out there to protest. Cause Dampare Nimko for Bacho, Edward Kusie for 2 weeks, or in the name of national security, whatever. This is the country. So going into these elections, the stakes are very high. So Memedian said, give the right to vote to choose whoever become president. That right to Ghanaians. Let them decide why in the lady. But in a state, Obenya state institution that is supposed to be neutral. That is supposed to be fair, firm, and resolute, like the Electoral Commission, or seeking to bend the electoral rules to favor the incumbent government. One way, yeah, and because I have always been telling people, say, watch it. Any peace that is negotiated on the premise of injustice, a war in postponement. So we will be a negotiated peace. Now all negotiated peace, on the premise of injustice. Okay. And that's exactly where we find ourselves in now. Because you see, me I say there's a NDC sorry, and I'll say or more concerns about the electoral register without anything, just conjecture, without speaking to fact, without speaking to figures. Make us say focus and do the elections. But we are talking about a situation where there are evidence upon evidence are clearly pointed to certain malfeasances, certain discrepancies are occur in terms of data personnel. Obia can give way. Bosman Asare, I know Ankasa give you testimony to the fact that such occurrences in SC. Because one, and you know, Obitina Pusiga air transfer. And the records are there to show.
Yes.
Is it not a fact that Nipa when you ready some more transfer money, transfer more from register and also without their knowledge? Sanya money NCA. Is it not true? Say Obibo Kura Electoral Commission party office. Ecofa BVD machine. Besin, what is the update on that? As to whether somebody can activate it from somewhere, use it to register people from the dark or not. Till date, Electoral Commission ain't a press conference and Kenyans Assembly and Ghana for. Isn't it a fact? Again, and then Electoral Commission, President Akufo-Addo Akofa will be a MPP, National Radio, see a party communicator, foot soldier, Dr. Piahene, and IT department. And then Sa nkofo ya na omoye IT consultant for Electoral Commission ya omo free hakoyi omo from his company we be GD bebrebe mi we fini din. And isn't it true say President Akufo-Addo ne wa fasio say ne relative my friend amfo kwache ne na se for no omo ye consultant e the IT. So these are fact no conjecture. This answer be to me aka. Enti me stakeholder going into these elections. Now me tenase na me gather me head around all these relevant facts. Now what tenase na wankasa na ade bia de yakwa election esisi wa. Anasa ulusu wa. You can't come and complain. It's the reason why Electoral Commission, as an independent body, so we need be this year. You avail yourself to the truth. Make sure, say, going into elections, no crabia said there, Dima Ghana, near Bimu, that have preferred elections, no outcome will be accepted. You do. Because, me Africa, there are several electoral misunderstandings. I give you rise to a lot of violence in Africa. I mention a lot of them. Say Emrama Ekwanya, metimi de wako a country like Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire recently 2011 elections. Uni nipo muye. Almost about 3,000 and over in the uye. Nigeria, ABC or Kenya. So Sanyama we nyina because yakotoaba. Party ni free electoral commission sisiri no. When si free say we sisiri no na acquire because going into the elections no, no doubt our amanfo adwemu. So as a commissioner, we need at the BIDC, no. Said the city and you try to bring everybody on board. Now, among for but near mass say say now your team rectify indeed. So electoral commission and ready so by a forensic audit cry. At least sit down with the stakeholders. Baby, I also why what patch mistake na can you know. Just try and explain to people, show them the data. Mama for who say net here. But Sanyama we nyina nsi. Na Jen some free say electoral commission ne papa japade na owuye na ode gya no na inherit. So she's not accountable to anybody. It's the reason why Abra serious concerns were being raised, you know. We na akwa kwese ni akwa bush mind bi man be press conference catch us say 2016 register no na emmoa ne enua ewo register no eno so ye de to aba. This is a commission that is supposed to be fair, that is supposed to be neutral, that is supposed to be officiating the elections. A year quite the stakes are high. Nase asemasi. Nasa assembly nipa no kanokra say enyina so anima answer ya demand nipa no nie. So you see, this is a commissioner while zooming a certain belligerent posture. They are not ready to listen to wisdom. Their position no more taking say adwuma making sure say Akufo-Addo will stay in power. And that is the last thing Ghanaians want to see. That is the last thing Ghanaians will accept. Say Ghana for nyina koto aba on the grounds of fairness. Na say nipa dodo na free say still. The akoso nyina ba we number 2 aba mana. So be it. But say enye sa na besi. Na say electoral commission free say because Akufo-Addo na de me buy I own him a duty to ensure say all corner he will hand over, because you see some of these comments have been made in the past whereby a champion akachira and say the besi bia no MPP will not hand over to any other political party apart from MPP. Yeah. President Akufo-Addo Akambi, Papa Yote Flagstaff House, almost my friend. Yeah. He made similar statement. And these are people who are more occupy sensitive position. It is as handsome when you know, because I know the day, no, you are leaving an imprint of doubt on the minds of Ghanaians, and also, you know, the neutrality and the independence of the Electoral Commission, you know, who calling it to question, especially Utuweni. Now here Jumadi na Brabo Aje Mensande na Sefo at the commission over Bossman Asara Babonting petty explanations or the Magana for Utin Sama Oka commission no now no ballot. You saw what happened in there when people were exchanging balls on as a forum in the full glare of the general public. A huge embarrassment. And it's a yes, I never when you are for Anyi and Tuma going into the elections. I am talking about because me say, baby, a Ghana for Gina, they will lose in Juma. Donya Jumanya, the only sika koto bank, and the bank in a come and they have Pakwan so ton bank, The ene oko galam say site, oko di pa, ape BBD because a jumu ni ho, na ya tam na koto na remand 6 months in the university, no. The ene nabusi ni, yes, oko protest, abaya fa kwambi so ajeli no na forum. People want to use the elections as a legitimate ground to get the government out, because you see, Nema asiwa Africa ha, among for two abayin cool in as a for us, Akufo-Addo come even near my event Rollins here cool no those times and you come because I'm not the same way being koso na same way family and friends and the same way no being koso. But Ghana for have been very patient enough. They've tolerated all this nonsense because they hope say a day will come Ghana for will be given the opportunity to go to the ballot and decide their own fate. So I get to that point. You're waiting for 8 years. Now you think say because you are an electoral commissioner, so you can use the power that has been given to you. Now they are bending the legitimate will of the people of this country, trust me, it will never happen. It's the reason why I mean electoral commission is mentioned but the million disappointed in and I him for Cassia more chroma. I him for Cassia, software Cassia, or more minimum. I said, you're one of the school, no money, selling Jesus for money, all because people are gullible. No, this is the timer or more human, but because we are all stakeholders going into this election. And Semuna German Satiwa or I don't know aware. They don't know or won't really be. So Argentina will be bold enough to look at the woman in the face. Ghana that na wudi di agro Manchester na wudi di petrol ho agro because elections no said the amount for buofu na said the amount for vim amount for they go into elections na enisa wo ya de bia be amount for nya doubt because e ka free and fair election na enye event o I see one day a process elections na nkasa a process so organize elections now getting people to accept the results now nkasa on its own no a part of the process. So if you don't do it and you create doubt, create suspicion, now man for in the win here, it doesn't matter. But you bet me go the election day akotoaba and legitimately the party will win. I will be a man. But I am so what create consistent doubt. Why ye nema amam for who say win fair, you know. So what the results no back man for yin tum. And Argentina him for akese mo to me omoka ebam omunyina obi aka na no to so ene ya hu se obi tena radio so no kasati ya ohena etimi twe no form de no kopie ahemfie ni na se for ema yegu na nima so radio so de German say ye na sabi ye nyina ye da achil na se for on the line there people are not interested. Yes. And now so for gina aso da mu for in the past we saw their involvement in our politics and some of the things that they say and the German say you know threaten young kasa cohesion and your democracy you know I don't think to be in Kenya 7 years mame I don't know you know because you are not the first person to become electoral commissioner me enyame nkwana me express concern afarijana commissioner watena so pen. And he's the oldest and the longest serving of electoral commissioner. Our experience, over the years, you know, he has been a so institution. Africa, a lot of countries, rely on his expertise and experience for their electoral process and for them. Or no ankasa kwaba bontiamba kase. Abrabo German and the boss man and other people. And no more, you know, endanger the prospect of our democracy. And it is important so to tone it down. The high horses, no monam so thinking they are sitting on the moon, no. So I'm going to this as some who win elections in the bar. It will not happen like 2020 when it happened, no. Because you won't be that. Say you're going to elections. Electoral Commission they register or the results are back. Additional was a or say will be a mistake. Additional the aba. Or check percentage more than 100%. Additional the aba. And people calm down. They tolerated all these malfeasances and infractions. And people have warned themselves, going into the next election, you know, such mistakes will not be accepted. Because if you tell me what say register now year 2016, you know, no mistake there is a need for us to do new one in 2020. That's what we need somewhere pusiga. It's me a electoral commission system man. Do you know what people somebody in Accra can do? Because pussy go. Look at how far it is. So only panic me invading into electoral commission register man. Can you imagine what will happen here and several other places? And just on the election day, you know, somebody can equally enter the same system and compromise the integrity of the elections. These are some of the things that you should be engaging people for people to have hope and confidence. System is so robust. Now, now, president, you know, and I'm say be on you know mine ho na ma catch as a president the kufa do ye mamboye fo ntino and na okofa sa apia hene na wonim no because I won your mamboye fo aka kire me electoral commission we know how sensitive it is. I didn't tell you obi or a known party person. I say electoral commission on my then
no money IT department
on my IT department and then you pick your family relatives. Now I signed your work as a consultant. Oh no, be a mamboye for poor my bona. You will not do that because you can't sit here and tell me say these are the only people who have the knowledge. Electoral commission. But on Faho, when the Council of State was petitioned by some individuals, free say your democracy, the integrity of the commission is threatened. Council of State, what has almost appear here qualify. Almost a gun and knee. This is yes, that's why
almost competence in party affiliation.
That is what I'm telling you, the Council of State is one of the most useless institutions. Oh yes, I said we need to trash it because because the advice president, no advice is binding. So obi advice you can take it and advisement you can ignore. So why are we paying huge sum of money advising people? There are people who are really ready to counsel the president for free. We can't be paying huge sum of money when I'm out for real school, national service card, they don't get money. When old people are being paid for what? Nothing. Because as some way sensitive about Senka, if they were able to intervene, not Ghana for will see the importance of the Council of State. Meti, I am asking you, because I mentioned 3 importance of Council of State, then I can't tell me. Because I could find the name way, Nijuma or the DNA chess council be cancelled no. Because he cancelled on our audience and who way the Senka Yahu. Say he's being cancelled, and other Ghana Sika caught 2 amena, say Oye Cathedral. If he's being cancelled, and other lines Emma for some court. Forest Reserve. Then I won't cancel the Senke minimum. So clearly, no, the Council of State and the President has demonstrated clearly say emphasobia and so, and it's the reason why some confounding you be a me and the threat I would tell the threat the threat honorable and the average Ghanaian so going into election, no, it's not just NDC MPP, it is about Ghana for collective will. Yeah, try say whoever wins the election, no, will be the legitimate will Ghana for expressing say at this point. This is the person I pay. But Anan said that is cast on Akufo-Addo and Baumia, and they know, say, whatever it takes, they will go home and be held accountable. And Akufo-Addo go home fear. They automatically, you know, Germans and the cronies will follow. So they are doing everything to protect their tenor. And it's exactly what they are doing. But I'm telling you, at this time, because Ghanaians are really ready. Say they will stand for the truth, and it's the reason why you see all this pressure. I'm asking, say, it should not end here. The pressure must be consistent because, say, one transi and kasa. Now what transi na you can own if you know to go into election, now or declare elections now. There is nothing that you can do. What I say. So this is the time.
No amount of pressure.
No. You can't. You can't. We are just over causing to as if power no will not come to you. So this is the right time to force this institution to do the right thing. Germans are Ghana nyane Ena electoral commission in papa de and then mama japade an institution of state they are supposed to do the right thing because Ghana is seeking the financing no but she's behaving as if say on one seeking or the financing the electoral commission go by the time in some no koswa press conference about and papa no beka say na emone ye fe say ewia register no any serious democratic dispensation that guy position becomes untenable. You sack him because you don't speak to Ghanaians in that foolish tone. Because Ghanaians are angry. People want explanations. You hold a press conference and speak in this manner and you still get away with it. So at the end of the day, you know, motivates a lot of people to do whatever they do. That is the reason why I think the Germans are largely because of Parliament. Yes, because of Parliament. You see, I don't see say your current Parliament is effective. It's unfortunate honorable is here, but you see that is my opinion. You call into 2020 elections, you know. When say a day before you go into elections, you know, or the maybe by making sure that or sha anyway out of your friends saying the constituency.
No, I think say a night before election, I think here to about 2020 to Monday, right?
Yes.
So a night before election, somebody release.
Yes.
Parliament.
No, some minimum sir.
Yes.
One fan Parliament. So you that injustice, that crime, because in a democracy, the biggest crime of it me committed, and they say, we disenfranchise a group of people and deny them a representative in Parliament. So about a constitute Parliament, who say a tie, and then stop Parliament to halt every single parliamentary business until that particular injustice is rectified. You what I say? You play hardball with them because Akufo-Addo has demonstrated he's an intransigent president that he's not amenable to wisdom, and the only way of it is to hold him by the balls. And I'm sure the Parliament, the minority and speaker, no, at that point, they could have held him by the ball at that particular time. Say, we need to conduct election for the people of South. How can we sit for years and at the end of the year, has not been corrected? And it's done. She will feel emboldened. It's the reason why she's out there. Your friend is on Parliament. Honorable has been in Parliament several occasions. There was a timer. Deputy in the court, and the Parliament can say they are not me. Or she doesn't respect anybody because the oil are fan ready. So going forward, I think that not just Parliament. We, the people of this country, need to prove to whoever hold any state institution say, and now we're Japan and you're Ghana for your power, Juma. Go on and say, or really Ghana for how many years? and all your run is a huno.
Dabi.
At a melt away fan. Now, Gaddafi wa hefa. Now, what be the 8 years and I just say, now, Hannah damn with the party.
Okay, Ivan Che Innocent, no, making kind this for crat and the amount, but top choco for boy. Top choco, sir, and nay, yes, top choco. I am probably associated with this particular show. Enti Kai Nation and so FA PC Herbal Center. Dr. Patience Kobina say enei uyoba uchieme menstrual pains wo ane yehwe unkamu abekam so sano yawa edi onfichire ko achi erekodi epedi a ene wono kwa pam obema wodura sawo ya no ene flow na emaye nyina no obete de te edi ama waist pains, back pains, male vitality sanso and no idi ama me chire me memma ne dodo na sebi mo memma yo ewo form no monko oti ase abia ma gina na sabre ya na jaze tinu sisim ebe kakra no wagofe ti sabre ya ye wo ye late 30s ye ne na mu ade ko 40s ene kwa yini dia sabre die ye di ankuyo pisi aba center ti afiru na mo no sese afiru na ma no sese papa sena de mekase meka adaje ebebo yen etienko eye Madina social welfare gate no yene no ene die no hwetakrade Air Force Station Basic School osabekan yen 0540 740 aquataps chlorine tablet yene tu nsuom ema nsuo ne safe for use eti ene galam senti yeni ensuo bia bin Ghana Water Company Limited wo mo bre papa to even say on be treaty water for yen ye fie ti ene say ye pipe water kra na eba say ye ensuo a etene ene eba abula no wakwakosa aquataps and ad betum na atinsuo na ni kama edi ama Lion Aluminium Limited say nei omo product omo dia ba meka roofing materials no ene omo tete so omo discount ekopim September we say awiye etitutumrika we contractors amutie show no individuals and real estate developers amutie pampas no monko Spinters Road Old China Mall na mono mukodi dwa 0509 521 685 0509 521 685. Power specialist about hospital Dr. Kosi Aduaya say ya diabetes war hepatitis from A to E, sciatica, arthritis, gonorrhea, syphilis, broken bones, ulcer, hernia ni nyina no a power specialist Heba Hospital. Yanko Kwabenya off ACP Main Road no eni ankasa 0244 544422 0244 544422 Mr. Kill product Kulun for and a diaba Mr. Kill member Drew Mr. Kill or energy level ko for more pebinom immune system booster onomoa on time yade yeka of physical fitness there na yeka Mr. Kill product Kulun for and a diaba bodo babia tunto nobia okwa bisa Mr. Kill ase etina chese eno so no project NDC for letter no na menkenkan na former member of parliament for Buem constituency Honorable Daniel Kwesi Ashiama so anhwe ne a obetimi ade aye we aye krata fifi fiavi kwete atro de akoma electoral commission want say follow up on requests for a forensic audit on the 2024 voters register and its IT system. Will bring you greetings from the National Democratic Congress NDC and trust that this letter finds you well. We refer to our petition of 17th September 2024 NDC headquarters blah 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 in which we among other things requested for a forensic audit of the voters register and its IT system. This follow-up letter has been necessary due to the fact that the commission has not listened to this. The commission has not had the courtesy to reply our petition to date. This follow-up letter has become necessary due to the fact that the commission has not had the courtesy to reply our petition to date. Neither has the commission officially responded to the serious issues we have raised in the petition and the request for a forensic audit thereof. We are by this letter reminding the Commission of the critical importance importance of a credible voters register to the impending December 7 polls. Hence, the need for an audit of the electoral roll and its IT systems to identify the vulnerabilities therein and effectively address the numerous anomalies we have put before you. We respectfully await your swift response and or action on this urgent matter of considerable public interest. It is our hope that your response will be in accordance with your own declared motto: transparency, fairness, and integrity. Yours sincerely, signed, Fifi Fiavi Kwete. Honorable Daniel Kosia Shama.
Open. It's
been 9 days. Yamiadom.
Yo.
The Etianetia.
Nyameka. And I'm baby son. Say, ye kase electoral commission for with James and they are very incompetent. These are some of the things in Tiayeka. Because this is administrative lapse bia ancestor eba. But we thank God for the NDC. We will continue to teach them. That is why the reminder letter has come. Say omunhu. Because me say me by interview away Jumukra. Say family Juma. Say utro emma me say oh for so and so reason no mean to me foul. Now, why are they behaving this way? Because they are in a shell shock. Me borrow JH Mensa word. They are in a total shell shock. Say NDC this time round has been able to uncover all their strategies. Senior Samia Uku Ekaye. Then Samia Uku Kaye. Also, we win election with a strategy NDC on TSC. Now, NDC to me use less than 3, 4 or 1 week. They establish and uncover all their strategies. Omudi amount for the koshishe polling stations by 18,000. In Ghana for abatu aye kono MPP nu na dwini nyina ni say owia edi awini enye 1.1 trillion revenue awanya no enye na djuma na oba be kire Ghana for say o djuma we na ye a enu ntimuntu abamaye o dabi Samia Ukumuni Wuntumna committee, Wuntumizu say we have about 1 million ways to win election. Samia Uku say strategy to win election that NDC will not understand. Yanshe no. Yasusu ye software no brought out the what? The secrets of the MPP. But Mamin Sambisa say, so is EC a state institution or it is a branch of MPP? ABOB Troleta Broma, they don't want to respond. That is what we should note. Now, in Ghana, Otiko Kosu, Michiawe we 2016, 2015, 16. Ukasaye. Once ne Emrantie Kasa, Omusi Omudi Mpenyufatem.
Yes.
Once Omusi Omudi Mpenyufatem. Na Niawoka in 2014, 15, 16. Nanka ye expecti. That is why we've given you that respect. Say, Uya or Hini. Christian Council Kasaye. And so we've given you that respect. Civil society organizations can. That is why we've given you that respect at that time. Now, near a scene then is worse than what has happened yesterday. Why are you not speaking today? Why are you not speaking today? I saw from Penny4, and yes, be a Catholic conference and son bishop conference and son of Bekasao. A bishop alone can come out and speak. Now, Pramabako, so a Catholic bishop. Otakasa. Now, time no wakra. I'm a Catholic. Obaya sorry, Otakasa in window forms. Yeah, etiase no yetatenase. In denu, uwahe. Otabil, so our family radio godi. edi aye ni campaign de ama MPP and then you say you can speak. You can speak. We want to hear your voice. Na samun penyufra endra mwakasa akasa atretremu endema ye komu. You are inviting insult and mayhem to yourself one day. The youth will refer you to what you did in the past, and when the need arises, kasana wan kasano, they will question you for that. Inti misramu, as mun kasa, it is the time, it is time, say mun kasa se. Now when you know, some makacho say ya tuaba. In 2020, Ghana fought to Obama crow for any atrofo. That is what you are seeing. Wachi, as some kosuni na say ya wobia or Ghana and Kobe to me akase ye bibi say amanasi. Oh yeah, president. Now no he. In some bonia jemensa dini nyinanu eye nanado. Eye nanado nation kutupa. Enya no na appointing no atuho. Ono na appointing inti se oman a wudiso oman ba mato abadi mawo e ka kire say no, what this person that you have appointed is doing is wrong, and you kept quiet. Officers are can and that is what will happen. So it is Nanado who is causing all these things. Jemensa no eye na mesrem MPP for. It is better you ask Jemensa to do what? To allow for a forensic audit, because all your strategies have been uncovered. You cannot do anything again, and Ghanaians' vote will be counted, and that is why we are calling on you. You see that you have mentioned the SAL issue. SAL, you pass SAL, then you get to my constituency.
Yeah.
On the eve of what? Elections, which was 6 January 2020. Now you want send a message in Uba say, oh, South for there. That is a powerful lobby Sandro Philippe Omundi Omun to parliamentary aba. Ama niebani say Nanado ashe Jemensa kutupa. In a sense, say they have created a new constituency, which is St. Augustine constituency. Enuna Pitameu edi bese 50 STC basis no oma chinkro fafra no edi kotuaba oho. Now after taking off ana South Tenasi 4 years without an MP. Now me say Rebecca Church say me fa hono go and see the communities, because MP be the street light but this South communities street lights anymore. You get it right. Indeed, this is what Pitameu, Nanado, Jemensa, Baumia have done to the people of South. And one thing I make a minia or contest or Agbenyo say, minia, ube winnie crowd be winnie, because say South for besa to Obama, Obia enamo nunti, Obi we senior high or core university no, an MP uses the MP's common fund and is supporting now 4 years in a student life. 1 year sadie no. Obi person call law school 4 years in that student life no 1 year. Now yes, sorry, your man penisusu or a lawyer. Your man penny a lawyer and a constitutional breach way by no one kasa into Misramu. Time via MPP 41 omu pese oh yeah the strategy be winning. The strategy will not work this time round. As I say hu sena banu sitie na mebo Dr. Manibu Amani NDC mpenyufoni nyina, and then the headquarters mebo mu nyina basu munkosu sana munjina munaisu, because man say boss say asema ye kanu soma yo Omanyo ombelusu. But as a somewhere for administrative purpose, for history to capture say ye kachra onu uyeye, because ye time nu omusi 80,000 watt Togolese nu omudia be piewo Ghana voters register so dear na Charlotte say ye or set it up crap in the committee. Yes. Say we should look into it. Yehwem kranu omusi evidence bia ni ho na baumia we nu or try che Baumia Trantracha on the general say, Edinu Amusi, kofa di no nambra na yen compare no yentumi anya di no inti mesre Ghana for ade a yempe ochina me ye binumu de edaso tiaso look mimiti hanu obia japade embre mini o inti mini meye se NDC ba power. I'll be listening to these voices omu kasa nanu but then omu so omu kasa no hey u kasa I'll respond to you. I'll open an office for that because no, we are not teaching the young ones anything. If we want to break this country into ethnicity or what tribe, no, then let us do it at once. No, be funny. Now, say, I give you respect. Obi the time there, who the wakasa, but I do obi the so unkasa. No. Our NDC people not Ghanaians. Internuna mesre MPP for ya tasimu bebrebe edia kogu isinu. Don't think NDC2 cannot do that. Because, look, I'm giving this different example. Time MPP for power. No. You want to say, yeah, Accra Sports Stadium. Esiama, the first minister for sports. No, Mukasa, NDC for Aja Stadium, no, I'm say, Rasti, Krono, say, in the stadium, no, to say. Esiama, who are he? Stadium, no, to say. Rusty no mukrayen to me bobo so. And we are talking about what? Ghana for me de misremu. But I am not only coming for accusation. But mon kai say Mahama si anomabu Fisheries University MPP for Trimodim for Abonsamasi for Musoria or Musia man before Abonsamasi for
now campus back or Mori.
Yes,
Mori.
I can't
Mori, yeah.
Abaya bonsamansi for my dear mind swa o ma boyeka ajapade ya to hososo no mo look at the hospitals in Ashanti region then I edi ya jano mana say Accra the University of Ghana Medical Center senye se kasa unim say student a okasa asem no mi ba of pharmacy school unim say ya lock yes me ba be ka kire me MPP for we Trimodim for Abonsamansi for Ankasa no. But I think he was even kicked out from the school. Boy been raising that issue.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes. Only me ban a school or any senior.
I see.
Do you get you right? Nsanya manu e kosu din dia. Why should it be so? In a country that belongs to all of us. As I say, that is the behavior of the MPP people. Again, omanya wo maimu, nyomaya ni nyina echi, omusa tamba omia, edi breye, sensan tu abamanu. Bamia oye nanado motio mu banu. Yen to mean tu abamanu.
Okay.
So one jindia, look at the campaign leaders of Bamia campaign team. Unja obiama ofrihi enya East region Dampare onfia East region na sakofie MP ofro all the what the East region for no omno mu lead campaign ba omianga sa oti akonja so no wentumi amfa ne kromfo andi nanim. So please, we are calling on the EC to respond to the letters officially. The incompetence is just too glaring. Dos dodo and a Ghana for media misa sremu enye strategy obi be catch us say onu no be win election. We can't go by that. Muma yemfa Mahama no ordinary record enu nti no hye ne white shirt ni record ejuma waye no enu no de campaign one country be so be use strategy.
Yeah.
Na nsika omanya ni nyina 247 billion onu ni atamos enu nwa juma na yehu say university crowd to me see wema ya jase wo say empro generators are pro cylinders are pro ewo wem in various places of this country. Mahama say oba abebua ekwayo wa ni nsemi dem ye kwani nti ya ye ready Mahama ya ye ready amaudodo kokonu ye bedo abe ye bedo shenot ye bedo cashew ye bedo amana starting using those agro products into industrialization and until na 24-hour economy no we see one job three persons and then 3 shifts and yes sir into 24 hours no pay mu 3 and now 8 and yes sir and wafa tio umbrella no how many letters umbrella 8 letters into 8 so the brand and the policy matches. Now if you take a man 3 letters, you take woman 5 letters, 3 + 5 8 enu ni John Mahama any prof na jen opokwa juma atabum akwati se akode ni nimba on se 0 ba ku je ni na ba ku techire na ya chi nyina na e de ko nti misro bibia se mwaye mfa no sa that is policy and the branding moves along obi ka kire me se eda no onu de okwa say ya wa hu Mahama kra obedro chine wo ho na wa vote na okọ eda no ebo mo zo mu my pen na emfango travel Ghana for you that was
Solak Natural Clinic for Eboy. Solak say about fertility problems. Matrasia chair. Awoma mope ba 3 months. Oban best start here for your front way treatment or the more ban be money sciatica, all joint pains, or prostate, menstrual pains. Samsung lab test, you trap prostate scan and a fibroid scan. Yewo a year kukumilimli ye Ben Harvard Senior High School. Kaswa Old Market second bus stop and overhead and upper one Sabakain 0553932631. Goldie Kids. Mesema oba honya konoti senchinam. Mema oba mfani tinusafu en fane nam honum. Eti ope babi padi akwarako so yo ba anabema. Oku siesi ho kama a unisex salon eti faneko oba faneko bema so faneko your Parco Estate main gate no Christian Village Domia 7 make 0596008138 Terra Care and Vision Center when you yade de call o sha hweniwa wo de no more drive ope papa ne bo for my third eye care and vision center your ultra modern equipment well trained optometrists and staff for minimum in team found in fear wadi and who yade enkwade bra your all kinds of spectacle lenses spectacle frames sunglasses contact lens eye drops do now kachia ye shaboa atonton di amount inti carnation of your North Ridge and your airport residential area here juma every day apart from holidays international say and also 0245 938 389 PNP at 21 Enterprise say Ebano home appliances in Kwandia ope papa anebo for more a PNP at 21 Enterprise smart TVs smartphones and refrigerators blenders and air conditioners in any near titi side nano Pacho a PNP at 21 Enterprise. Yewo a year latabia koshi a local government, 00